questions hover unanswered in the ether, taken to the grave, as the Victorians like to say. Some people try and discover old secrets. They rattle the bones and hope some inkling will fall out. I never have. However, perhaps that's why, although my intention is and has always been to make a career in the performing arts, I have morphed into a part-time private detective. Possibly the above-mentioned high rate of mortality among my few relatives has something to do with it. After all, it left me alone in the world and homeless at 16. It abruptly called a halt to the drama course I was following. But I have another theory. From childhood, I have always had to try and work out for myself what's going on. In my family, a child was to be loved, fed, and taught good manners, but not included in important discussions. So they never explained where my mother had gone, apart from some pathetic invention about a holiday which wouldn't have fooled anyone, let alone a 7-year-old with a child's uncluttered, logical mind. My father and grandmother, together with the motley collection of visitors who turned up at our door, communicated information of a sensitive nature by winks and nods and knowing looks. If it was necessary to speak, they went into a huddle in the kitchen and got highly agitated in Hungarian, which they had omitted to teach me. I used to think it just an oversight, that they failed to instruct me in the language of my ancestors. Now I wonder if it wasn't just cunning. The result of all this was that I learned early to look for clues. I sneaked around the place, trying to find odd bits of paper, and kept an ear tuned in for phone calls. I studied the expressions on the faces of both my father and Grandma when they thought I wasn't watching. I searched through drawers when I was alone at home. Once I found a cache of old photos. I went through them looking for one with my mother in it, but she didn't appear in a single picture. Again, to this day, I don't know if that was chance or whether someone had culled the snapshots of her and committed them to the fire. No one ever told me, and of course, I didn't dare to ask. I'd have got the runaround instead of a straight answer anyway. Old photographs have continued to fascinate me. They open a tantalising window into the past. Those silhouette pictures, too, which people made before they had cameras. I've seen brilliant ones in antique shops. Even though the features are blanked out, I'm sure the sitters were instantly recognisable to those who knew them. Faces aren't the only thing other people know us by. Body language is individual, or a habit like twisting a lock of hair round a finger, even just a way of standing. Some people are identifiable the length of a street away, and that's how I recognised Edna the bag lady. Edna and I had once, in a manner of speaking, been neighbours. I had been living in a squat in Rotherhithe at the time, Edna in an abandoned churchyard nearby with a family of feral cats for company. Events recounted above had led to my living in a squat, and I supposed some other misfortune had consigned Edna to the world of the truly homeless. She was one of those who had fallen through the holes in the safety net of social services, either by choice or through oversight on the part of authorities. One of the lost tribe who have floated away from the shores of sanity to sink or swim alone, if not condemned to care in the community, which in effect is often little better. Not so long ago, I took the first step out of the lost world and the Rotherhithe squat by a roll of fate's dice. City planners in bright modern offices decreed that progress and redevelopment should move us all on, little caring where we went. The houses of Jubilee Street and surrounding roads and Edna's churchyard fell beneath the contractor's bulldozer, and it had led to the parting of our ways. I was now living in comparative comfort, but until that morning I'd had no idea where Edna had gone, or even if she was still with us, as my Grandma Varady used to say. People referred to death very delicately in our house, as if it was something that didn't happen in respectable families, another of those problems they had confronting reality. Edna might have been with us in the Rotherhithe days, but she'd never been with it. Her mind had already moved on to inhabit a plane somewhere beyond anyone's reach or comprehension. Unkindly, we called her Mad Edna, which was not only insensitive, but inaccurate. If Edna's mind did not work as others did, it was by choice. She wasn't ill.